Hey guys, it's Alexis and welcome back to my channel. I recently watched a video from Lainey Ozark, who is one of my favorite YouTubers. She pretty much just went through the things and just trends that she was into at the moment, and I pretty much got inspired to do my own version of that. I do agree with a lot of the trends that she talked about in this video or in her video, so you might see a few of those repeated in mine. However, I do have some other things that I like and some things that differ. So like I said, I figured I would sit down with you guys today and share with you the trends and just random things that I am into right now. So I'm gonna stop rambling, and without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so I have all of the list or all of the trends and just random things that I'm into written down in my notebook right here. So I figured I would just go through them and share them with you guys, starting with the first one, and that is penny lane and Afghan coats. I don't think you guys understand how obsessed I am with Afghan coats and penny lane coats. I think they are the cutest, coolest jackets that could ever possibly exist on this earth. That's how much I like them. I have pretty much been searching for an Afghan coat for about 2 months now. I'm just being super picky on my end, and I've been letting a few really nice coats just slip through my fingers through Depop. And I need to bite the bullet and just get one, but unfortunately the ones that I've been looking at are just a little pricey. So that's definitely something that I will be purchasing this year. That is a goal of mine. I have money saved in the bank for a coat. But yeah, obsessed with those. I think the embroidered ones, it's like, there's a specific coat I have in mind, and it is a suede embroidered lamb coat. Vintage, of course, not new, but I've seen a few. Like I said, they're just pricey, and I'm obsessed with them. So it's definitely something that I'm loving right now. I'm seeing them all over Instagram. I personally like the longer versions, but I have seen some like short ones that are a little bit more like Y2K that are really cute as well. I'm just more so into the 60s and 70s coats myself. But if I did find a cropped one or just a, like I said, a Y2K one too, that would be really cute. Anyway, obsessed with those, loving those right now. Like I said, you will see me with one, hopefully soon. And then the next item or thing that I'm really into, it's kind of a genre. So I pretty much found this definition through Vogue. It's called the Twee Style. They said that sometimes it gets roped in with the hipster style, which I don't really understand how that's a thing, but it's pretty much like 60s and 70s inspired stuff. So like very mod clothing, which I love. And one of the biggest things that I'm loving in that specifically are Mary Janes. I love Mary Janes. Another thing that I have been looking at for months now, it's just very expensive. I think I put them actually in one of my other videos, but there's a specific pair of Mary Janes from the brand Carol Paris that I've had my eye on forever. They're just super expensive, and I just don't want to pay that much, but I think I'm gonna have to. They're just the cutest, most sleek, funky pair of Mary Janes that I have ever seen. I mean, they're different than like the normal Mary Jane. They have 3 straps instead of the 1, and I just think they're so cute for me personally. But I know there's a bunch of different kinds that I've been seeing people wear, especially chunky ones. I feel like chunky Mary Janes are really cool, but they're just a little bit more like 90s and 2000s than what I personally am going for. I really want those sleek like 60s type of Mary Jane. I haven't unfortunately found another brand that sells a pair similar, so I think I might have to bite the bullet and just get those specific pair of Mary Janes because they just speak to me. Beautiful. But yeah, that's definitely something that I'm loving right now. Even like T-strap Mary Janes are really cool. Yeah, just any type of Mary Jane I love. I think they're so cute. They're just really cute. And then the other thing that I'm really into are patterned tights. So whether that be even just colorful tights, I think are really cool. Like all I have right now are black and brown tights. I think I have a pair of like gray knit tights, that's not really what I'm into. They're cute, but they're just a little bit basic. Like, I really want to get some cool, funky tights. I feel like they just make any plain outfit super fun. Because I could pretty much just wear a plain black dress and then plain black tights. And yeah, that's cute. It looks put together, but if I were to wear a plain black dress with funky tights, I feel like that just makes the outfit totally different. And I feel like they're not super expensive, so I think it's like a pretty easy way if you are on a budget to make your outfits last a little bit longer, and you know, you can add a little bit more personality to your outfits without breaking the bank. So that's something that I'm really into as well. So if you see me in pattern tights, let me know if you like them. And then this is kind of a weird genre that I made up on my own. I called it Grandma's Upholstery. So pretty much what I mean is, if you were to go to your grandma's house and look at her chairs, like that kind of like Baroque style French upholstery is like, I'm loving that in fashion right now, whether that's in accessories, so like shoes I think is really cool, skirts I'm loving, tops and corsets I think are really cool, and then just dresses. But pretty much anything that's that type of, it's not upholstery, I know it's not, but that's all I can use to describe it. That kind of like upholstery fabric and design I am like obsessed with. And even within that, I think that patchwork design is so cool as well. There's this one Instagram account that I love. She makes like small batch designs that I think are just so pretty, so unique, and so artistic. I am like literally obsessed. Unfortunately, her shop is closed for the rest of the year, so can't get anything from her, but I just think her stuff is so cool. And I feel like you could, not to discredit, I'm just saying, I feel like you could make similar stuff if you have a sewing machine on your own, if you're into patchwork. So I think that's a project that I would really like to do as well. Yeah, I just think it's really cute, very girly, kind of cottagecore, I guess, which I don't really know if that ever left, but I'm really into cottagecore as well. That whole aesthetic I think is just so pretty. So like the corsets, the flowy dresses, the frills, the lace, I love that aesthetic. And I feel like it's really cool when people make that a little bit edgier. So that's something that I'm really into, kind of like the edgy cottagecore, if that makes sense. But yeah, loving that right now. And then another thing that I also am really into is poofy everything. So I'm pretty sure Lainey in her video, she talked about poofy sleeves, but I think even more on top of that is like just poofy everything. I feel like there was a while when those like big poofy dresses were super popular, and I just think they're so cute. Like those Empire, like baby doll, just like big dresses, I think are adorable. So I really kind of want to get one for myself. I think I've seen some in like a taffeta too, which I think is really cool, because mostly you see them in like a tulle material, but I've seen some in a few different fabrics that I think are just super dope. I love them so much. So that's definitely something that I would like to think about buying into. That's not my number one on the list, but that's definitely something that I'm into. And on top of that, I'm just really like strap alternatives, if that makes sense. So aside from like poofy sleeves, just anything that's not like a basic spaghetti strap I think is really cool, whether that be like something that's tied, diamonds, just any type of fun, different way to make a strap I'm really into. I hope that made sense. But yeah, loving that as well. And then another thing that I'm really into, which I don't know if it's necessarily popular right now, but I'm loving chokers. I think it's specifically because I recently went to the arts market and I got 2 different chokers, and I'm actually gonna show you right now. So the first one I got, it's just this black velvet choker like this, and it has silver metal, and then it has this really pretty, I think it's called a vignette. I think it's called a vignette, but I'm probably totally wrong. But it looks like this. It's this really pretty like light powdery blue with this ivory hummingbird and flowers. Unfortunately, my camera is not focusing on it right now, but I thought this was beautiful when I saw it, so I immediately picked it up. And then the other one, this is like my new favorite necklace. It's this green velvet choker. So cool. And it has this gorgeous little rose pendant in the middle. It's like bronze or brass metal. I just think this is so pretty and unique. Like, I have not seen this anywhere. So love this so much, and this is like my favorite color ever. So I immediately grabbed this when I saw that. So funky chokers, I'm definitely into. Probably gonna have to make those on my own because I don't think those are really like in right now, but that's definitely something that I personally am loving at the moment. And then another thing I'm loving is plaid. I freaking love plaid. Plaid on plaid on plaid. Like, if I could have head to toe an outfit that is plaid, I would be happy. So whether that be hats, dresses, clothes, accessories, tights, shoes, love it. Definitely something that I will be buying into. And actually, I recently got this guy, a plaid puffer. I've never seen anything like that before, so the minute I saw it, I had to pick it up, and it was like $12.99. And this is a legit puffer. And it's a petite, so it's a little cropped on me, and it might actually be my new favorite jacket. I'm pretty sure I said in one of my other videos that I hated puffers, and I kind of stand by that, but this changed my mind a little bit. So I'm loving plaid. You will definitely be seeing me in a lot of that moving forward. And another thing I'm loving too is corduroy. And I feel like corduroy in accessories specifically is something that I'm loving. I don't really know if that's even a thing right now. I saw a singular corduroy bucket hat, and that just like, I loved it. I just want everything that I can accessorize to be corduroy. So like bags, shoes would be cool, hats, like I said. I just think that would be a really cool texture to make accessories out of. So if I see that, I will definitely be picking it up. If you see that, please link it down below so I can check it out for myself. But yeah, that's definitely something that I'm really into right now, or would love to see if anybody wants to make it maybe. And then another thing I'm into this, but I don't think I will buy into it, if that makes sense. And that's feathers. I feel like I see a lot of people on Instagram wearing clothes that have feather details to them, I guess, if that makes sense. So whether they're wearing a top and like the hem of the sleeve has feathers on it, or pants that have the hem of the pant on it with feathers, I think would be really cute. Feather accessories, I love. I've seen the big feather tops that I think are really cute. I personally like the tops and the pants that have little details. I'm not a huge fan of the big feather tops for me personally, but I definitely think that is something that I really like. Again, I don't know if I will necessarily buy into it, but I appreciate it for sure. And then this is pretty much the last thing, but this has been popular for years and years now, but that's chunky shoes. For me specifically, I have one pair of chunky loafers, and I'm not obsessed with them, but something that I really have been looking for is a chunky boot. I have been looking at Jeffrey Campbell's website, and I'm just obsessed with every pair of shoes on that website. So it's pretty much just me deciding which ones I want from there, because they're not the cheapest shoes, but oh my god, they're so cute. So like just funky, chunky shoes I'm loving. Like whether it be a patchwork shoe, corduroy patchwork shoe would be so cool. But yeah, any type of chunky shoe or platform boot I'm just obsessed with right now. So yeah, that was pretty much it. Not a lot of stuff, but I'm definitely excited to be looking for these items, and you will be hopefully seeing me in some of them soon, especially that coat, that Afghan coat. I'm manifesting it. I'm gonna find one and it will be mine one day. But yeah, that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye.